So here we are again. It's always such a pleasure. Remember when you tried to kill me twice? Oh, how we laughed and laughed, except I wasn't laughing. Under the circumstances, I've been shockingly nice. You know what grinds my gears? When I post a thing on my Instagram saying to people, hey, I got 95 followers on here, but I only got 4 YouTube subscribers. If you like this account, Gay Boy Lego, go the hell goddamn over to my YouTube and subscribe. And even though I get a buttload of likes, I get not a single motherfucking subscriber. I just find that very interesting, you know? I just find that a titch queer, if you will. You know what I also don't like? Oh, what else grinds my gears? Is, sets that get unnecessary $20 price hikes when they get remade. So, yeah. Well, let's get right into it. We've got the ATST Raider today, 540 pieces, 4 minifigures, ages 8+, from the Mandalorian show. One of the 2 Mandalorian sets as of right now, and even though the Mandalorian was a show that had all sorts of interesting new designs and whatnot to take from, I like that of all the things that they decided to make into a set, they gave us the ATST, the thing that we had already gotten a gajillion times before. Thank you, Lego. It's very considerate. But what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Bippity-boo. 4 minifigures, all of whom remain exclusive, naturally. First off here, we've got Jaron. He's got his silly weapon right there. Silly weapon straight out of the Christmas Star Wars Holiday Special. His printing there is good, although it is not accurate to the printing that he has in this episode, because by the time this episode rolls around, he has the full armor instead of having, you know, just the one shoulder. He's got, like, the full set of armor, so this is not really accurate to how he looks in this 7 Samurai ass episode, but what are you gonna do? Still looks really good. Yeah, you got his cape. Got his nice back printing right there. Nice sort of thin gray cape. Very nice for him. His very accurate Din Djarin head right there. Looks really, really good. And the helmet is simplistic, although it works. So yeah, that is your Mandalorian. He's done well. I just wish that we had him with the full, you know, armor. What is the name of that goddamn armor? Why am I blanking on this right now? Hold on, I'm just gonna look it up because it's gonna bug me, and I don't want to have this set be a whole thing where this review being a thing, one of the gajillion ones where I've fucked up. Mandalorian metal. Let's see, what is it called? Beskar. That's it. He doesn't have his Beskar armor yet. Where's his Beskar armor? Anyways, then we've got Cara Dune. Yeah, she's good. Nothing really special about this minifigure. Nothing really to write home about. It's accurate, but it's not really that special. Got her sniper rifle. I don't think that face really imitates her that well. I think that they could have done better on that. I think she looks a little too old with this face. I really wish they had maybe done something that looked a little bit more like the actress, and she's a little bit, she just doesn't look like this. And even though that is a tiny rebel insignia that is supposed to be tattooed onto her face as a reference to when she was a rebel shock trooper, it just looks like a freckle from here. And as far as I can tell, I don't have my glasses with me, I don't think that it's an actual rebel symbol mold. And then her other face looks good. Yeah, she's fine. Nothing really special. Good choice for the hair. Then you've got 2 Klatooinian Raiders. These are actually not the first Klatooinian minifigures that we've gotten. We got Kithaba back in, I want to say 2013, maybe 2012. One of the skiff guards, and he was a Clatoonian. These guys kind of look like him, though. Obvious, like, skin change and whatnot, but, like, stylistically, these look kind of similar to Cathaba. And the first one right here has the Ultron neck brace, which is pretty cool. He's got the same face as the other one, so I'm not going to bother taking it off. However, they do have different and unique torsos, which I appreciate, so that's cool. Then he's got his gun right there, and he's got his legs, which are also the exact same as his brothers over there. Pretty simplistic back printing. This whole torso could be used as just a very generic sort of Star Wars, peasant sort of look. It's not really that special, but you know, in that way it makes it kind of useful, so it works. As far as I can recall from the episode, that is a half-decent approximation of the Clatoonian Raiders. Anyways, this one right here, as you can see, he's got the different torso, which a bunch of people have been using from that one, for that one Ugnaught that we saw in The Mandalorian. There's the face and all the detail. No back of the head printing, unfortunately, but he's got a really nice torso that works really well with the little scarf right there, and he's got the little spiky shoulder pad, which is a piece that we don't see quite often enough. He looks kind of gay in his little helmet, but that's fine. So yeah, good minifigures. 4 is a good amount for this set, and at least it kind of justifies the $20 markup. But yeah, as you can see right here, you've got your ATST. As you can see, it really... You'll see right off the bat that it is very similar to the ATST Rogue One version, like, just in the style of the build. Like, obviously... Sorry, I was just finishing my yop. Like, obviously, it's got a lot of cosmetic differences, but just in the structure and the shape and whatnot, you should be seeing a lot of similarities to the Rogue One ATST, which is a set that I did not get, although just from sort of perusing the instructions and whatnot and watching a few other reviews, you can tell that it is strikingly similar to that one. But, you know, why fix what ain't broke? Although, the one thing that does remain broke is that shitty lack of forward leg movement. Yeah, that pisses me off. I don't know why the hell they don't let the ATST step forward. Like, you got a few little sort of... You got some ranges with which you can pose this thing, but a lot of them will be relying on whatever studs you have underneath this thing, which kind of stinks. But with that in mind, we'll just work our way up this thing. So on the feet, as you can see, you've got stickers. A lot of stickers in this set. I swear to God, there were like 30 stickers. I think there was like 31 or something. I don't know. Look it up. Also, I had a problem with my sticker sheet. For some reason, they didn't cut it quite right. So, a bunch of the stickers stuck to the sticker sheet a lot. So if you see any of my stickers that like have little rips and tears or like ruffles at the end here, that's because I got a bum sticker sheet, okay? Listen, I'm going to be the first one to admit that I'm not that good at stickers, okay? But this time there's actually a reason as to why they don't look that good, outside of just my normal human error. So yeah, as you can see, just in this one frame right here, just in this one frame, you've got 10 stickers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 stickers right there. So, a real reliance that I'm not really crazy about. As you can see, you got more over here and another one over there, so yeah, that's great. A lot of stickers, kind of sticker-happy set. Not crazy about that one, because previously on ATSTs I found that they were actually not too bad at controlling stickers, but this one they went a little bit all out on it. But you know what? Even though it is a little sticker-happy and it is a little bit reliant, the look is still very, you know, it works. Like, you got the stripes that work their way sort of up around here, and then up around here. They don't look as good on this side as they do on that side, but still... and it definitely mimics the look of the thing from the show, the way that it's sort of, while Imperial, it's still very much like stitched together from, you know, clearly what these Clatoonians have found. But no, as you can see, you've got the one leg, which is mostly just, you know, brown and whatnot, but then you've got the other leg, which is red and accurate to the show, you know, a lot more flashy over here with, like, the wires and whatnot sticking out. You got a grand total of 3 whips, which are used to make up those wires. You got one which threads through here, you got one one which threads up there, and then you got one that goes in here into the bottom of the headpiece right there. But no, and aesthetically, I would say that it definitely works quite nice. It definitely conveys the whole sort of marauder feel of these Klatooinian raiders, and you know, it definitely looks pretty half decent given the scenario at hand. So yeah, there's something to be said for originality there, I guess. Anyways, working our way up, I already showed you the articulation can bring this bad boy all the way up here, but oh no, having it move forward would be such a goddamn crime. We've already had 2 ATSTs before this one that have had the exact same problem, and yet they haven't really fixed it, so but yeah, moving up, as you can see right here, we've got the sort of base of the head. 2 stickers, 2 more stickers, yeah, wonderful. It's a lot of brown down here, as you can see, which, you know, makes sense. The Klatooinians are a disgusting, filthy dog people. You got a nice little bit of sort of greebling right there, which is nice. Looks all very mechanical and whatnot. And as you can see, you've got a knob at the back, which can be used to turn the head, which is a feature that, of course, we've seen before, but, you know, it works. It works just fine. So yeah, that's a thing for play right there. More stickers, 1 and 2 right there. And then on the top you've got your head, which is definitely quite similar to previous ATSTs that we've seen before. Shape-wise, you've got like the design on the front right there, but it's still like gray and whatnot. You got the stripes and whatnot over here. More on that gun, but I don't really like that a lot of the characterization of this ATST comes from the stickers. I kind of wish that a little bit more of its personality were conveyed with like greebling and whatnot. And that's not to say that this thing has bad greebling, I just wish it had more that sort of worked to that effect rather than solely the stickers, you know? As you can see on this side of the thing, you've got this gun which looks quite cool with the little plate on there, that sort of gun with the 2 flick missiles stuck in there. It's amazing how flick missiles used to dominate the play features of sets just like this, and now they're relegated solely to aesthetic purposes. Wonderful. And then on this side you've got just like a heavier gun. It's a lot less interesting looking. Yeah, wonderful. Yeah, this gun on the side right here, it's just a hammer right there, which threads all the way through, and as you can see, that's a tiny little bit of a nub, which it has to use to connect right there. If you really... And so it's not a very strong connection, but what are you gonna do? Anyways, then you got your front guns right there, works perfectly fine, and then you got 2 little doots at the back right here, and then you press those, and then as you can see, just sort of right in there, you've got spring-loaded shooters, which will fire out the front, like so. Kabam, kabam, mazel tov. So yeah, pretty standard, but still pretty cool. Nicely concealed. Anyways, just another thing, the shaping on this looks really quite nice, and the plates, while they can shuffle, they are quite stable. You can lift the top of this thing and get a nice old gander at the interior, which is kind of miscolored with those greens and those wet sands in there. I don't know what it is with interiors with Lego, where they just kind of decide to just piss all over the color coordination that they have on the exteriors of things. A discussion for another day. Anyways, you've got a seat right there so you can seat one of your Klatooinian assholes. Let's put one of them in there. Usually I don't like to do this because it's a hassle and you guys can already imagine it, but yeah, good for him. As you can see, he can barely reach the control panel up there, but that's fine. And then behind him right there, he's got a little pistol, which is just kind of awkwardly stuck in on a 1x2 jumper plate, which is an interesting design choice. And yeah, you flip that down and then you got the little sort of eyebrows, which I've always liked. You got a sticker on the top there and some more greebling, and that can flip up and you can have someone poking their head out there. You can take your Klatooinian, and they've got little handles on the sides, as you can see, so you can have him sort of like positioned there like that, which I think is a cute design choice. None on the back, it's just got some Technics and whatnot. Doesn't look that good, but you got 2 more stickers right there. Yeah. So that is your ATST Raider. Well, you know, I guess it could be worse, but it could also be better. A quick before I give my overall thoughts, just a quick little a little retrospective on ATSTs in recent years. In dear old 2016, we got the Imperial ATST, which $50. You know, it was a good set, had your Baze Malbus in it, and yeah, $50. And how many pieces was it? It was 449 pieces. Okay. In 2017, yeah, 2017? No, 2018? When did the First Order ATST come out? 2018, yeah. In 2018, you've got the First Order ATST, 370 pieces and $50. And now you've got this one, 540 pieces, $70. You know what? I must admit that there is a little bit of a purpose for the price hike, you know, since the last ATST, there's a 200 piece increase here. So I can appreciate that. But really, compared to the other proper ATST, because everyone pisses all over the First Order ATST, and rightly so, there is only a 100 piece increase. That, I would say this set overall is $10 overpriced, and that's really not too much of an extra bill to foot when it's a set that is honestly quite okay. That's really what I rate this. I think it's okay. It's nothing really to write home about, and I think that as far as making a Mandalorian set, it was kind of stupid of them to make an ATST when there were a bunch of other more interesting designs from the show that they honestly could have gone with and should have gone with. This was kind of a lame choice. But for what it is, like, it does the job. It's a bit overly sticker happy, but it's got some character, it's got some personality. The minifigures are desirable solely for the lack of other Mandalorian sets, honestly. And yeah. So overall, I would say this one is a little overpriced. Its minifigures are, yeah, you know, like, it's a little overpriced. It's a little well designed, and its minifigures are a little desirable. So this one gets like a fine from me. Like, yeah, it's okay. I can't sit here and whinge and whine about something that honestly doesn't have that much wrong with it, but I also can't really praise this because there's really not much, really too much at all here to praise. So yeah, honestly, could be better. Maybe could be better. We'll hope for better next time if we ever get a Mandalorian set again, which I'm kind of scared about. But honestly, what the hell else are they going to make sets of these days? But no, I don't know. It's not that great, but it's also not something I can sit here and whinge and whine about. You know, I'm a man who likes to holler and hoop and shout about sets, and I like being able to say, this is really good, or being able to say, this is a lump of shit, but I can't say either of those for this one, because it's not really a lump of shit, and it's not really good either. So, you know what? I kind of recommend it, but I can't give it any more praise than that. But yeah, that's really all I've got to say about the ATST Raider. It gets a big fat meh from me. Take it easy, jackasses.